On the 1st of March, 1896, at the Battle of Adwa, the Ethiopian army annihilated the Italian forces.
There is a nation on this earth that never truly fell. While empires crumbled around it, while Rome collapsed, while Egypt was conquered, while Babylon turned to dust, this kingdom endured. For 3,000 years, it stood at the crossroads of Africa, Arabia, and the ancient world. It outlasted them all. This is Ethiopia, and this is its story. Close your eyes and imagine the highlands of East Africa, a vast plateau rising above the clouds, cut by rivers older than memory, bordered by desert on one side and the Red Sea on the other. The air is thin up here, the light is golden, and somewhere in these ancient hills, more than 3 millennia ago, a civilization was quietly being born. Most people think of Ethiopia and picture only drought or struggle. They have been handed a fragment of a story and told it is the whole. But what history actually records is something far more extraordinary. A kingdom of immense wealth, intellectual brilliance, military dominance, and spiritual depth. Long before the name Ethiopia was written in any document, people had been living and thriving in these highlands for tens of thousands of years. By around 1000 BC, organized kingdoms were beginning to emerge in the northern highlands, in the region we now call Tigray and Eritrea. Trade was the heartbeat of everything. Merchants moved ivory, gold, obsidian, and incense along routes that connected the interior of Africa to the Red Sea coast. They built stone temples, they developed writing systems, they traded with the ancient South Arabian kingdoms across the narrow strait of the Red Sea. And out of this ancient world, one city began to rise above all others, Aksum. By the 1st century AD, Aksum had become one of the most powerful states on earth. The Persian prophet Mani listed Aksum alongside Rome, Persia, and China as one of the 4 greatest empires of the ancient world. Walk through Aksum at its peak, and you would be stunned.
Absolute final offer for the silk.
Towering obelisks, called stelae, rose from the earth like stone giants, some standing over 30 meters tall, carved from single pieces of granite with breathtaking precision. The city's harbor at Adulis on the Red Sea was one of the busiest ports in the ancient world.
Fresh silk from the east.
Aksumite coins, struck in gold, silver, and bronze, circulated across the known world. King Ezana converted to Christianity. In 330 AD, the king of Aksum made it the official state religion. The faith sank its roots so deep into Ethiopian soil that nothing, not invasion, not colonization, not the passage of 1,000 years, would ever pull them out. By the 7th and 8th centuries, the rise of Islam transformed the world around Aksum. The Red Sea trade routes shifted. Old alliances collapsed. Ethiopia retreated into its highlands and survived. The mountains became its shield. The Christian faith became its identity. The Zagwe dynasty carved extraordinary churches directly into living rock, the famous Lalibela churches built in the 12th and 13th centuries. 11 monolithic churches hewn from solid volcanic rock, connected by tunnels and trenches, still standing and still in use today. Pilgrims walk to them barefoot even now. The emperor was not merely a king. He was the elect of God, the Lion of Judah. Europe's colonial empires were carving Africa apart like a carcass at a feast.
Then it is settled, the region is ours.
Nearly every African nation fell. Kingdom after kingdom collapsed beneath the weight of European guns and European greed. But not Ethiopia. Emperor Menelik II looked at what was coming and prepared. He modernized his military. He acquired rifles and artillery. He built alliances.
On the 1st of March, 1896, at the Battle of Adwa, the Ethiopian army annihilated the Italian forces.
It was the most decisive defeat of a European army by an African force in the entire colonial era. The world was stunned. Adwa became a symbol for all of Africa, for all colonized people everywhere, that resistance was possible, that dignity could be defended. Haile Selassie, born Ras Tafari Makonnen, ascended the throne in 1930. He stood before the world in Geneva in 1936 and delivered one of the most powerful speeches in the history of the 20th century. It is us today. It will be you tomorrow. Italy occupied Ethiopia for 5 years, but again, Ethiopia survived. By the 1970s, Ethiopia was exhausted. Decades of feudal rule, famine, and political tension had fractured the empire from within. In 1974, a communist military junta called the Derg seized power. Haile Selassie, the last in a line of emperors stretching back to Solomon himself, was deposed. The 3,000-year-old Ethiopian Empire was over. Stand in Aksum today, and the ancient obelisks still pierce the sky. Walk into Lalibela, and pilgrims still pray in churches carved from solid rock 1,000 years ago. Hear the liturgy of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, sung in Ge'ez, an ancient language that has not changed in 15 centuries. Ethiopia lost its empire, but it never lost itself. 3,000 years of civilization do not simply vanish. They settle into the soil, into the stone, into the voices of people who carry the past forward without even knowing it. The kingdom of Aksum is gone. The Solomonic dynasty is gone. But the highlands remain. The faith remains. The memory remains. History never truly disappears. It waits. Subscribe for more and journey through Africa's past.